That's why Yuel is mid-tier? Okay. Let me frame it to you this way, Kix. I'm not, at this point, I generally don't know if you're, like, joking or rage baiting or something like that. But, come with me, right? If you are saying that if people don't know the matchup, the character is only mid-tier, right? Like, you're saying people don't know the matchup? If you're fighting someone who doesn't know the matchup, Yuel is mid-tier. What does that say to you? Right? That's not what I'm directly saying. That is kind of what you're saying. Like, I'm saying, if you don't know the Cagliostro matchup, she's basically the best character in the game, right? There's a couple of knowledge checks that if you don't know them, Cag is basically top 1. You're saying people don't know how to fight Yuel, that's why she's mid-tier. What does that tell you about the actual strength level of the character? Right? If knowledge checks get you to mid-tier, fake knowledge checks that aren't real, if that gets you to mid-tier, what does that mean about the actual character? How's this character so far? Yuel? She's, you know, I didn't think she was great, and she's not great, for sure. I don't think I'm gonna change, like, the more I learn about Yuel, the less I like her, actually, like, as far as her power level, personally. She's fine. I mean, yeah, no character that, like, she works, yeah, sure, right? Even, like, Nier and Vikala are fine, but, like, relative to the cast, she's certainly not, she's not super good, I don't think. If they don't text go into save jump, you can instead end your combo in MDP, cancel the stance while falling. You get a 50 with the high-low? I guess so, even I'm gonna fuck up the save jump. She seems lacking. Yuel? Yeah, she's not great. You know, low damage, bad mid-screen. Her buttons are only okay. She's got 2 reversals, which is cool, right? But, like, backdash is, like, you know, dubiously effective depending on the matchup, kind of thing. You mentioned before you consider putting Nier and Vikala in their own lowest tier. Would learning Yuel put her close enough to him you keep on the same tier? No, I don't think so. I think Nier and Vikala definitely are still the 2 characters where I go, like, something about them still feels fundamentally wrong, right? Like, Yuel is, like, her stats are low. You know what I mean? Does this Yuel character have, like, a throw bait, by the way? Like, somewhere in the kit? Am I missing something? I guess the backflip's not really gonna punish anything ever, right? Like, this is the kind of character, like, yeah, actually, that's, now that I think about it, this is the kind of character that I would expect to have, like, a good throw bait. You know what I mean? JU, if you count that? I don't count that at all, no. That's, I mean, yeah, it would be one of the worst throw baits in the whole game, for sure. Can't believe I'm actually alive. What the fuck do you mean? Then absolutely not. Yeah, fair enough. This character feels it should have a throw bait. No, am I crazy? You can do JU, but it does comically bad damage, yeah. 214H, but it's slow, yeah. 214U just get thrown because leaves the ground very late. This character feels like she needs a throw bait. It's very weird she doesn't have one. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, this is a rush, like, you know what I mean? Like, if Uno has a fucking throw bait, she should get a throw bait. Get a throw bait with stance 5M because it forced crouching before. But now it sucks at it? Interesting. Her stance is her mix? I guess, yeah. I think she could also use a throw bait. I'm not lying. Like, that's a fair point for sure, right? You can use the hops on stance, I guess. But again, that's not really... That's true. That's, you know, I get that. Yeah. It's not gonna catch strike tech, though, right? Man, we really are just having a fucking mid-off right now, huh? Playing the mirror with this character, I know neither of us are playing the character super well, but, like, this really does feel like a fucking mid-off. I don't know how to describe it otherwise. What are your thoughts on Charlotta? I also don't think she's very good. I'll tell you what, though. Oh, yeah, that'll change. I do think Yuel is worse than Charlotta after playing her. That's fair. Charlotta moves up, baby! This character does not feel good.
You were dazzling.
Killed by the wife, it's true.
Believe in victory. Battle 1.
I don't see why it needs to be this bad, TBH. Finally, Charlotta gets a dub. Huge Charlotta dub. Oh, I love her. Again, Yuel's anti-air is, like, exceptional. The conversions, the 2H itself is nice, right? Even, like, the non-counter conversions, very, very good. I do like that about her. Like, Charlotta's super fun to play, but yeah. Is Anila better than Yuel? A lot. It's actually crazy. Like, this is like this is what I'm talking. Like, Anila is not great, but Anila is like 6 characters better than Yuel or something like that. Anila's like a good like 3/4 of a tier better than Yuel, I think. What? Oh yeah. No shot? I'm sorry, brother. I don't know what to tell you. Anila dog walks this character. I do not agree with that. It's not because Anila. It's not because Yuel's horrible. It's because Anila's, again, stop downplaying. No, people are downplaying Anila, brother. No one knows no one has any idea how strong any of the Shotos game like in this game are because everyone's comparing everyone to Catalina, right? Yuel can overhead mix endlessly, right? No one has any. Yuel's not that bad. No, Yuel's not that bad. Anila is just better than Yuel, man. Anila is like a mid-tier character. What happened to Anila since I left? I don't know. I don't know when you left, but like, no one has any idea what any of the fucking Shotos in the video game do because they're comparing them to like, you know, Beatrix and Catalina. Yuel is mid tier? I don't think so, brother. This character does not feel very good. I would not agree with that statement. No. That's where we disagree, I suppose. Skill issue? Yuel glitches forgot how tier lists work. They forgot how to compare things. Again, I'm like, Yuel. It's not like I'm not even saying this like, dude, Yuel is so ass. She's even worse than Anila. Can you believe this? No, I'm coming at it from the point of view of like, people don't know how good any Shoto is because they're not Catalina, right? I even think Yuel is bottom 10. I don't know I don't know very many characters. There certainly exist. She's not the worst character in the game. I don't know about 9 characters that I could find that I think are worse than her, for sure. Oh, Jesus Christ. I see you've reached the culture clash part of the stream. We can disagree, that's fine. Right? But like, I still think she isn't that good. Anila's a pretty good 5L. I mean, Anila has better buttons than Yuel. They both have low damage. Anila, you know, just like, I mean, Anila, if anything, Anila's BMBs in the corner do higher damage. Anila's 66H is better than any button that Yuel could even dream to have. Anila has a fireball, right? Anila has a fireball that Yuel doesn't have, right? Like, she has a fireball and better buttons. She's slower, certainly. Her dash speed's not as good, right? Anila also has, like, a throw bait. Not a good throw bait, but she has a throw bait, right? I don't know, man. 2-2X clashes with fireball? Sure, man. Whatever you say. Right? Like, it's not even, like, my point here is not even that, like, dude, Yuel's so ass. Even though Anila is garbage, Yuel's even worse than her. Can you believe how ass this character is? No, my point is, like, how the fuck is Anila a bad character? Right? She's got a throw bait where Yuel doesn't. She's got a fireball. She's got looping safe jump setups in the corner. Her damage on everything except for her, like, literally, best hit scenario is higher than Yuel's. Her normals are better, right? She's more versatile in general. She can fight more characters at more ranges on the screen. She has a better anti-air than Yuel. By the way, Anila has maybe the second best. I think I've settled on it being the second best 2H in the game. Siegfried just has the best 2H in the game. I guess it's too hard to compete, right? Anila has, like, the second best 2H in the entire game, and she gets more damage off her anti-air conversions than Yuel does. Right? The only thing that Yuel has over Anila is obviously Anila does not have a real 50-50. But, like, that's not enough, man. Right? Because Yuel has, like, the least rewarding 50-50 in the game, probably? So, like, you know? Even, like, the safe jabbing UDPs, Anila gets, like, more safe jumps than most of the fucking cast. Right? If played super clear, Anila's better. I think Yuel has more BS factor to get wins. Yeah, okay, if people are bad and they don't know what Yuel does, then sure, fair enough, right? But I don't rank tier lists based on people not knowing the matchups. That's why for a long time I was like, I don't really know what I think about Yuel. It's like, I don't really know what's real and fake on her, right? But my instincts tell me that, you know, she's not doing anything too crazy, right? That's how Yuel works. Yuel plays on ignorance 100%. That's not how Yuel works when you're fighting good players, though, right? That's how Yuel's working right now for me, right? Everybody doesn't want to learn the matchup. Again, but, I mean, okay. If you want to take this logic, right? If you want to take the logic of, like, I'm going to factor in people not knowing my character into the fucking... Everyone is top tier, right? Everyone has infinite block strings. You know, everyone can safe jump everything. Every move that every character has is plus on block, right? So, like, if you want to take into account in, like, your rating, like, of the character that people don't know how to fight them, then yeah, every character is actually broken, as it turns out. Every character is literally, like OP, like, game-breakingly broken. If like, part of your rating is taking into account that the people don't know how to fight them, right? People still downplaying Anila in 2.5? Again, I'm not saying Anila's great, by the way. I think Anila, there's, like, 20 characters in the game better than Anila, you know? But there's also, like, 14 characters in the game worse than Anila, right? I don't get it. I really don't get it. I really don't it's like Kag do fake shit. Kag also does really good real shit, man. Yeah, it's like Uno, right? Uno has a lot of fake pressure, right? You got a lot of fake things. But even if you know the knowledge checks, guess what? Uno's still good, right? Same thing with Kag. Kag is like top 1 if you don't know the shit she's doing, right? Even once you figure it out, Kag's still pretty good. Right? The difference is I'm struggling to find the really good real stuff on Yuel besides this, and this is only okay. That's why Yuel is mid tier. Okay. Let me frame it to you this way, Kicks. I'm not, at this point, I generally don't know if you're, like, joking or rage baiting or something like that, but come with me, right? if you are saying that if people don't know the matchup, the character is only mid-tier, right? Like, you're saying people don't know the matchup? If you're fighting someone who doesn't know the matchup, Yuel is mid-tier. What does that say to you? Right? That's not what I'm directly saying. That is kind of what you're saying. Like, I'm saying, if you don't know the Cagliostro matchup, she's basically the best character in the game, right? There's a couple of knowledge checks that if you don't know them, Cag is basically top 1. You're saying people don't know how to fight Yuel, that's why she's mid-tier. What does that tell you about the actual strength level of the character? Right? If knowledge checks get you to mid-tier, fake knowledge checks that aren't real, if that gets you to mid-tier, what does that mean about the actual character? Right? Because again, if you don't know the Lodiva matchup, like if you're like not crouching lariats, you know, if you're spot dodging M lariats, you know, if you're like not punishing headbutts the way you should be, Lodiva is like top 1. What I'm saying is, she has a lot of fake shit, and so she can mix all of them like Cag to do okay. She doesn't have that much fake shit, right? I'll give you an example, right? This is why I love having played so much of the cast. What you're saying about Yuel, from what I know so far, is not true. Do you know who it is true about? Is this guy, right? Beelzebub is a great example of a character who has so much stuff that is like technically fake. It's like, oh, it's a reaction check, oh, it's a knowledge check, oh, right? But like, the difference is that Beelzebub genuinely has a double-digit amount of these, right? This versus this is 2 different answers. Versus this, 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 right? Beelzebub genuinely has like 12 of these, and he can kill you for getting them wrong, right? When you don't know the matchup against Beelzebub, like if you like spot dodge Karma or something, you're eating a full combo for like 7k. You know, if you don't know, if you like try to roll the charge version at the timing of the light version, you eat a triple U skill combo and he gets OP, right? Beelzebub is the character that you think Yuel is, right? Beelzebub is the character in this game where he has so many different things that you have to keep in mind at all times when you're fighting him, that even though it's technically all fake, right, it doesn't matter, because you're not going to keep that shit straight in your head, right? Basically, this tuned down, yeah, but the thing is, right, I'm not trying to be an asshole to you, Kicks, but I do think you're like genuinely wrong, and I'm trying to explain to you why. If you tune this down, it has to hit a critical mass. The only reason this works for Beelzebub, you can't knock this down 50% and still have it work, right? To have a bunch of fake shit that is so overwhelming that you can't fight it, it has to hit a critical mass of mental stack, right? If instead of like 15 of these, Bubs had like 3, it's not real anymore, right? Now you can just keep it. Now you can just keep track of it, right? Do you understand what I mean? You can't like, I can be like, oh, okay, like what you're talking about is like, you know, Catalina Far M is like the best Far M in the entire game, right? It's huge. It's, you know, it's got like, you know, it's got 8 startup frames. It hits you from beyond the fucking clock. That's a great button, right? But, you know, something like Grand's Far M is still exceptional. It might not be as good, right? It's a little bit worse, but like it's a tuned down version and it's still an exceptional button, right? We can do that for like normals. When I'm talking about this guy has so much bullshit you have to keep track of that it literally like, you cannot, why can't I hold all these knowledge checks, right? You can't just like tune that down 30% and then go, it's still just as good. You have to hit a critical mass of bullshit before it becomes untenable for even a good player to keep it all in their head at once, right? Tuning that being like, oh, Yuel's just like that, but way worse, then it's not real. Do you know what I mean? It's just not real at that point. Like, at that point, it's not real. You're rating her on perfect play. Her game plan's about punishing the attempts to explore the gaps in her own offense. I'm not rating her on perfect play at all. I'm rating her based on the idea that like people are going to actually know, you know, what things are punishable, what things are fake, and she's gonna RPS based off of that, right? She's gonna RPS bait. Like sometimes, you know, sometimes you're going to like she's gonna do like Far M into Light Fox Flame, and you're gonna try to throw her ass, and she's gonna bait you for it and kill you. Sure, but like if you're, I'm basing it off the fact people know what's happening and they're going to RPS off that, and in general, that is going to lead to her not having a very rewarding game plan, I think, right? I understand your point. I think she also has more annoying things to make mental stack. Is Yuel better than Vera? I gotta stop talking, because Yuel's gonna kill me, right? It's not a huge difference. I don't think it's a huge difference. No, though. I don't think so, right? I mean, install Vera Base Vera, Yuel's better than, for sure, right? It's better than base Vera, right? But like install Vera is, to be fair, dog walks like literally any character that we talk about, right? Way better than Vera? I don't agree at all, right? I don't agree at all. This character does, what does this character do, right? We'll talk about it at the end, I guess. Is Yuel better than Nier? Yes, there you go. We got one, right? Yes, she is. Yes, by a lot. Yeah, there you go. We got there. Good job, Midnight. We found one. But like, what is she, like, the 50-50 is cool, right? It's definitely, like, it's good for her to have, right? Yuel's obviously better than Nier. No, I agree, right? Again, there you go. See, Olive Branch. Fellas, Olive Branch. Shake on it, and we talk about this when we get her to Master. We'll continue this discussion when we get her to Master, okay? Because I agree 100%, yes. We can find an Olive Branch on that. Yuel is definitely a lot better than Nier, okay? Good stuff. We'll see, yeah. Right now, though, my first impressions is that this character is about where I thought she was, and where I thought she was like bottom 5, right? Now, Nier is maybe fucking bottom 1 or 2, so like that's fair. But like, my so far playing her has only cemented, and like learning some of the stuff that's fake or not fake or whatever from the Yuels in chat has, if anything, cemented that opinion, right? But we'll see.